Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna film this inside because it's too fucking hot. I just don't feel like being out there. I'm not even getting paid to be out there today, so fuck that. Alright. I'm trying to get the energy back up. The other one was low energy. I just kept saying nigga. It was random. But I'm gonna try to let's get the energy up. Let's pump it up, pump it up, pump it up. We gotta pump up those numbers and all that other mean shit. Let's do it. I'm gonna try to break through. Because I always say the same shit over and over, but people are angry and tired. People are angry and tired in the United States. And indeed the rest of the world, but I think especially in the United States. Because of, like I said, it's just generally just how this shit is. We've reached a mature state of being in the United States. The lies continue to come out. I just watched a bullshit video from some Asian lib from California. It sounded like bullshit anyway. I agree with it to a point though. And this Asian broad was like, oh, well, so much better, it's like, I would leave the state and then come back to, California and be mean and nasty and whatnot. It's like, yeah, okay, bitch, we don't want to go to California. Fuck you. But the thing is, though, it's just, but what I liked about it was she was talking about the promise of bullet trains and the promise of taking care of the homeless. And it's bullshit. I'm sorry I'm showing you the litter box. It's kind of unsavory there, but it's bullshit. It's like it wasn't going to happen. But it's like the same shit's going to happen in Texas, so it's like, my nigga. You look at that fucking grass, nigga. There ain't no fucking grass. There was for like a couple days after the rain, but then it got to be 100 fucking degrees again. And it's probably going to be hot in October too. Fuck. But the thing is, man, is that, look at all that fucking water I got we got sitting around. But anyway, I'm sorry I'm showing y'all our ghetto ass house, but people are angry. But they're tired though. That's the whole thing. And you see all the LARPers out there. I'm just gonna sit my ass down. And you see all the LARPers and all the folks that are grifting, that make money off of revolution and all this other stuff. The talk of it. Not to say that they would do it, because most of them are just either losers or they're just feds. But, the TRS folks, what is that? The Rev Left podcast, you see all these niggas, the goofy ass expats like E. American Johnson, Aaron Johnson, all these goofy motherfuckers. And they just, like I said, I'm just tired of it because these niggas don't have anything new to say. They just adopt the lib content. It's like, I remember, shout out to, The Untried Path. But he, when I went on that stream, and I heard, E. American Johnson talk about, oh, magats, this and that. It's like, why are you adopting lib words like that? Why are you adopting this sort of lib context? It's like, I thought you were against libs. And it goes to show just how pussy niggas are. But, people are just angry and tired, and there's no real movement. That's the whole thing, man. I mean, I feel like I've made this video at least 10 times, but fuck it. We're going to do it an 11th time. But it goes to show, man, people are just tired and angry. But it's like there's no force to really channel that anger. That's the whole thing. And, people just get tired, They just don't want to deal with the bullshit anymore, It's like today, I was like, man, I'm going to go get my oil changed, and, I'm going to go out and film some videos or something like that outside. I'm like, man, fuck it. It's already noon. I'm like, I'm not going, other than getting groceries later, in probably a couple hours. I'm probably just going to go there and then come back. And I'm going to go to Target because I am a, I am a hipster bro who's like, yeah, I want to get stuff. And also, the frozen meals are cheaper, in my opinion, at Target. It's like, I go to Dollar General. Here's another, this is just boomer shit right here, but I go to Dollar General. It's $5 to get Stouffer's spaghetti and meatballs. It's like, no, it's like $4.79 technically, but it's like, it's $5 to get that, nigga. What? I go up there and I get the I go up to Target and they got like lean cuisine for like $4. I know it's like a little bit better, but it's like, or maybe $3. So I'm like, the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? It's like you look at the state. I feel sorry for those Dollar Generals because they do look awful, and they don't give a fuck. They operate on some of the smallest margins. It's like if you want to look at it in business sense, but they literally do. These places will burn the fuck down in an instant. They don't clean shit. You know, yeah, they don't want to pay, HVAC guys to come up and clean the coils, change filters, none of that shit. But that's the whole thing, man. I mean, it's just like the anecdote I was telling y'all in the last video about the guy I work with, and I've heard him say numerous times, like, I don't give a fuck, this and that, and he doesn't. It's like when it gets to be about 4 o'clock, we're like, man, we're done, and we'll just go back to the office and just chill and look at our phones, man. That's probably what I'm gonna do when he goes. Like, yeah, when it gets to be about 4 o'clock, I'm like, nigga, I'm done. Fuck this bullshit, It's like I'm fuck trying to help these niggas too. Fuck all that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's tiring, man. There's no real energy to channel that in. That's the whole thing. You go ahead and blame the government. You go ahead and blame feds. You can go ahead and blame all you want to, sure. But it's also just like, it's just co-option, You have Vosh, who's just basically like, yeah, bro, vote for Democrats, bro. That they'll help us. Or you'll have, I don't know. I mean, you do have some right-wing folks who are like, yeah, bro, Republicans will save us. But more often than not, they're just like, yeah, bro, join our Fed op, like the Patriot Front, bro. They're, join them. And it's like people are just frustrated. They're mad. And a lot of boomers, they genuinely think that, Trump's going to help them again. It's like, no, nigga, he ain't going to help us. Biden show as hell ain't going to help us. It's just, I don't know, man. It's real frustrating. And so I get the feeling of it. I absolutely do. And I feel it, being angry and tired at the same time, just being upset. Just kind of realizing where it's like, you're just growing old in Salem's Lot, as Eminem said, right? And that's what it feels like. You're just kind of growing old in a town that's dying. And you're just stuck here like, man, what the fuck am I going to do? And you think it's going to be better somewhere else, but deep down it ain't. It's like, I think sometimes, like, man, if I went to Washington State, it's like, no, nigga, it's the same shit up there. Different circumstances, but it's like, it's not any better. A lot of folks just tired, man. We're all just kind of stuck in this malaise. We just want to be excited by something. And that's another aspect that I've mentioned before. It's like, that's why people like me, and even people, I would imagine even lefties to a point felt this way, but they felt excited by January 6th. They felt excited. I don't give a fuck what you niggas say. It was exciting. It was a fun day because I'm like, ha ha, yeah, they're gonna take the motherfucking Capitol. Look at that guy who took the podium. Ha, they sitting in her chair. They're sitting in Pelosi's chair. Ha, they're so funny. Ah, We didn't think about the consequences. We didn't give a fuck about no damn consequences. But we know what's happening. And we see the January 6th folks, of course, get fucked over by Republicans. You see, here comes the racial shit. Here we go. But I'm just going to go ahead and say it like this. But we saw that old Pajit, what's his name? That old Pajit motherfucker. I can't even think of his damn name. Anyway, the Republican Pajit, pussy ass nigga that he is, supports some of the January 6th protest guys, but then others he ignores and says, yeah, basically fuck them. What's that Pajit's name? I don't even give a fuck what that Pajit's name is, but still. We're just going full racial today. I don't even care. Ain't nobody here. I'm just gonna go full racial. But I was gonna say Asif Manvi, but that's not it. I know that's the guy that was on Daily Show. Another shit comedian, by the way. But man, that's what people are waiting for. They're waiting for somebody to stand up, even if it's like Hitler or something like that. It's like that's why people were so excited by Hitler. Let me tell you this right now. People were excited by Hitler because guess what? He came out and just like, this is Germany, niemals, yeah, and he was able to speak to that shit. Yeah, and for example, you heard, from Triumph of the Will in that speech, where he's just like, all these different parties of Germany and whatnot, and kind of Händen hoi, and basically it was like, by a stable pole, because it would shift back and forth and all this sort of thing. That's what it was. That's this Germany right here. It was going back and forth and back. Different parties and all this other bullshit. But they were all boring as fuck speeches. Like, I've heard some of that those social democratic speeches, the Social Democratic Party of Germany. I haven't heard the KPD, but it's like I've seen some of those niggas. It's like you look at Karl Radek. That nigga looked like a damn... He looked like a leprechaun. Nigga looked like a leprechaun with his ugly ass beard. I'm not even going to get into the anti-Semitic stuff. We're not doing, well, but it's like, nigga was ugly as fuck. You're telling me that he was, say what you will about Hitler and say he looked goofy with his little mustache. Yeah, go ahead. But it's like, guess what? When he spoke, he carried a presence. Even with Goebbels, as fucked up as his little clubfoot was, he was able to get people on, because he would, they said something. They had a plan. You go ahead and say they were incompetent. Go ahead and take up the Vosh, tactic of just saying, well, they were dumb and incompetent. Sure. But they had some sort of spirit. And all we have is Trump, where he's like, we do a little trolling, don't we? Or whatever. And all these little comments like that are, I'm going to kill all the drug dealers. You ain't going to do shit. Trump, we know that. That's what happens. They want something exciting to happen. That's what people are waiting for. They're waiting for some other person to do some crazy shit so that they can follow along. They don't want to be the ones to do the crazy shit and get locked up. I don't want to do that. That's the whole thing of it, right? You don't want to get locked up. But you want some crazy shit to happen so you can follow along, so you can feel a part of it. It's frustrating, man. It's just being angry and tired at the same time. You're just like, you just drag yourself along. Thinking it's like, man, the fuck are we doing? You know what I'm saying? What the fuck are we doing? And that's all I really got to say to it. I should just stop it at 1350, but but yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it, or maybe you got something out of it. I don't know, but if you can commiserate with me for a moment and just kind of enjoy my therapy session, and have at it, because this is just a therapy session. You know what? This is what I'm going to call. I'm just going to call this Angry and Tired, a therapy session. That's what I'm going to call this. Anyway, see you later. Goodbye.